what do we got here? So this is Bridgefield Park. I don't have it written down whose this is. I wonder if I can find out real quick. Okay, I'm not seeing it on TGCTours anymore. Oh, I know what it was. Okay. This one came from Reddit, actually. I put a post up on Reddit when I was looking for courses to play because I was having a hard time finding them. That's not an issue anymore, but so the guy's name on Reddit is GoMustard, and he just said, I'd love you to play one of my courses, Bridgefield Park. So that's where this has come from. Okay, so let's add that to the one thing I do have working. Alright, so Bridgefield Park. Let's see what we've got here. The overall setting of it's pretty nice. There was, we look behind, nice little kind of pro shop, and that probably is that the clubhouse maybe? Some nice little areas around. We got some cars and stuff. This wall here isn't working too well, especially given what's going on with the slope here. So then the wall just kind of disappears, and I'm not sure that you really need to have the wall there. But yeah, a little bit of sculpting there that I would look at. Where does the fairway start? Okay, it's not too bad. Bunkers are pretty flat, really flat. And I think we're just going from fairway to rough, which can be fine. Yeah, it looks that way. So let's see what we've got. Fairway's blind because there's some sculpting issue right here. So right away it looks like sculpting is going to be a bit of an issue. So we can't see the fairway because of that. And I know that. So again, this course came from a guy on Reddit. So I don't know if he's familiar with TGCTours. He might not be. TGCTours and me personally, we tend to like courses to be fairly realistic, and so things like a blind shot matter. Even though yes, we know we can do this, I still like to see, you know, again, we're blind here, and this tree is just, it's poorly placed, to be totally honest. Yeah, that design doesn't work for me. So there's a water hazard up here. It's kind of sitting weird to me. The way the lily pads, is something about it. It looks like, and the way the water is, it looks like there's turtles or something going on down there. Like the lily pads kind of look like turtles. Well, that's, yeah, that water's doing some weird stuff. Okay. So we're gonna have to snipe this one. Alright, now we get to the green. I'm not sure about this run-up area when it really isn't one. I guess it could be. I guess a different wind you might run it up the hill, in which case it's cool. Otherwise, it's okay. The bunkering is a little better at the green. There's a little bit more depth to it. Still a little on the flat side. It's not as bad though. Ooh. And we'll start things with an eagle. And then around the hole, it's pretty flat. We've got a couple of red slopes, and then otherwise it's pretty flat there. So, not a bad opener. I can see that this looks like a relatively newer designer, and there's a good chance he's never been exposed to TGC Tours, and not to be a shill for them or anything, but I think there's a lot that's going to be gained from that. Here, just seeing that ball washer and sign of what is this? Okay, yeah, it's the old. Okay, absolutely use it. It's kind of I don't love it in the sight line, and this fairway looks pretty darn narrow. Hey, Axel. Well, I don't think you missed much, Jay Ray. I was just rambling about nothing. Okay, now we've got a pretty significantly uphill slope, and again, there's just some sculpting right in this area where it just, again, there's just, you can see, like, from here, you can see how the land is kind of doing this. You could smooth that and not have it do that so much. This pin is mean. It's all I'll say about it. That pin is you can't really go much past that. When you can't go past it at all, and you're gone. So yeah. Oh, it's gone. Okay, now the key here is, can I get it back up there? Yeah, I was always gonna miss it long if I was gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for it to see if it publishes. Figured I would play course I'd had on my list for a little while here. So that drop off might be a hair on the severe side given where the pin is, but I don't know. Hang on, let me get back here. So we got ourselves a windmill. Okay. Not loving the way that the retaining wall here is sticking up. Right there. Not sure that you really need, well, I mean, whether you need it or not, I don't know. It just, that retaining wall's taken away from the view of the hole, which is unfortunate. And then around the green, it's just, I'm not gonna say it's like there's no planting, because there's some, but it's, we'll play a little bit more before we see. Green's pretty small. I'm not really too sure what this little tongue in the front of the green's all about. Again, that bunker's pretty flat. But the bigger concern is that there's not much green there to hit. Okay, and then this green, nah, I'm not so sure about that. Yeah, this is maybe going a little too far on a par 3 that's I mean, it's not long, but it's a reasonable enough length that I'm not sure how I'm supposed to get it near that hole. And then one thing I just noticed is the way that the fairway and the green, that transition just looks kind of, there's something, I don't know if it's the mow lines, if it's the color, something about it just doesn't look right. It just is a bit, yeah. Hey there, ASP. Caleb, how's it going? Caleb's new follower. He's one of Maddie's best or biggest fans, as I recall. We had merch, Axel, until I messed up. So we're gonna have to wait on that a little bit. Somebody was being really helpful, and I was trying to create a logo, and so was he, and He came up with one better than mine, and then I went and put it on, and then just realized that it was misspelled. Amiobi was spelled backwards. So, not, sorry, the A and the M were backwards. So, oops. Okay. So, again, little bit of just blindness here. Just unfortunate. This is a hole that conceivably could be drivable, but really isn't, because you got to fly the creek and stick that small green. That's never happening. So this is, let's play it down here. Oh yeah, no, for sure. Oh, that's okay. So again, kind of the last time I'll say this, I think, because I'm going to be a broken record otherwise. But right here, there's a really severe slope, and because of it, we can't see the green, which again is unfortunate. Yeah, I did, Axel. That's why I waited. You know what? The idea today wasn't to create a logo and be done with it. The idea was to mess around and see what I could do. But I think getting a logo is not far off. Oh, what's going on here? Okay, so that pin's not working, because I had it go past the hole and it came back to me. So yeah, I think what we're gonna find here is this design tool is really powerful. It takes a lot of time to get it to be used well, and course design is very, very difficult. So what's this, a 4? How long is it? 370. Oops, I'm guessing this is out of bounds on the right. Nope. So that should be if you've got a fence there, then this should be out of bounds. That's a fence that designates out of bounds. The creek, again, bit odd. Just a lot of kind of touch-up areas, and then this fairway, I don't know. I'm just gonna hammer one here, and hopefully, oh, there's bunkers in that too. But I'm gonna just miss it. Okay. Yeah, and this is a great example. I said I wasn't going to talk about this again, but here, you wouldn't see this, and in real life, you wouldn't see the land just kind of go down and up and down like that, right? So there's a flatten brush that you can use to stop that. This bunker's kind of cutting into the green all of a sudden. It looks like you're really trying to make it difficult, because again, you got another pin that's right beside a massive drop off. You've got and it's just going to collect right here. Everything kind of collects here. I don't really like when I see beads going to the same place. And this one's going that way. Yeah, that's just a very narrow spot to be requiring a shot to be hit into. So you better, and now it is a sand wedge, so not unreasonable to expect precision, but that might have been a bit more than should be required, and you could potentially miss this enough left to go off the green if you hit a really bad putt, sorry. That was a really bad putt, but so I think one thing that a lot of people don't realize when they first come to this game, because they probably weren't around for TGC, is this game is more, in my opinion at least, this game is more simulation than it is video game. And so it's important to design the course more like you would in real life than what Tiger Woods would have been, for instance. What's going on over here? What is that? Mow lines don't. Yeah. Yeah, the mow lines are, and they're very, like, how thin they are too. The poor guy that mowed that, it would have taken him forever because he had to go back and forth so many times. Again, really narrow here. I might be on a bad acid trip because that was weird what I saw. Okay, no, we're not going to get out of the rough. So we go from this fairway to heavy-ish rough. Greens are small as a whole in this course, which, depending on your point of view, is a good or a bad thing. But consistent at least. Alright, I had the wrong club there. And then, what have I got here? Okay, so again, we got a pretty good slope. Alright, so the slopes here are kind of all around the side, and they're all bringing it back into the green. So we've kind of gone the opposite, where in here we're really trying to help every shot. I haven't hit that. Oops. Hey Rob, how's it going, man? Butterflies near the ground, is that what that was? Looked weird, man. Stripe that heavy rough. Yeah. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, the sign's right in our way here. You could probably hit that. Okay, so that's a pretty big dog leg. I don't think I can sling one around there. So I'll just try and hit a 3-wood down here because I don't really think taking it on was worth it. Yeah, especially when you from the air, it does look odd where you go from really stripy fairway to then just rough. And again, the way the fairway goes into the green is a bit awkward. Okay, so this green, the B-Ritz thingy, which I don't like personally. It's not. I just don't like the style. There just seems to be kind of slopes. Well, let me so the back goes front right to, or sorry, left to right. So does the back, I guess. All right. No. So what I was gonna say would have been wrong. Yeah. I mean, the other option is just not to have them, right? Oh, Maddie's here. Maddie, we got a course here from Reddit, so never too sure what you might end up with when you go there. But still fun to play. Oh dear. There's a nice way to say this. That just doesn't work. These bunkers here really aren't doing anything. And what I guess it's a staircase of bunkers. Yeah, I don't know that I would do that. It just, and then the other problem here is it's a 200-yard shot. You have to land it on the green. You've given me a backstop, so okay, that's fine. I'll give you that, but I mean, you gotta hit this just about perfect, and then you got this little squiggly, like this little teeny area fairway over here. it just looks awkward. Ah, he's cold. Matty's cold. Sasky right now, it's nuts. Okay. Yeah, green again. So where's the pin? Yeah, it's right by this. So now we're gonna just try and bring it around. I didn't hit it hard enough. That's on me. But I mean, these greens aren't that quick either. Imagine if they were. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to play through a little quicker now because I think we've got a pretty good sense of what we got going on here. I don't think too many comments are going to change too much. I mean, an effort was made. I'll give it that. A couple of things just haven't quite come off, and this is hard to do. Course design is hard, so... But I do want to see the rest of it. Blind again. Ninth hole coming back to the clubhouse makes sense. Bunkerless green, I don't mind as a whole. Yeah, I don't mind that. Now, the green itself. It's better than a couple have been. Ooh, geez, that dove right pretty hard. Okay. Oh, chat's on fire today. I love it. Okay. So yeah, what do we got? 444. I mean, it looks a bit narrow. It probably doesn't play it. And again, we got the post for the other tee in the way. Or the signpost, sorry. It's in the way. So, it shouldn't be. Okay, pretty aggressive sloping here. So you either get there to where the green is, like you either make it to the pin or you get dropped off pretty severely. That's right. That's right, Axel. You're up next. No, we're nice. I didn't think I hit that hard. Okay. Oh, that's coming right back. I would argue this is a bunch too severe. Because I've hit a relatively safe shot to miss that, and then I've taken something off the putt too to try to keep it up, and it's still gone. Hey there, Scoot. How's it going, man? Scoot Magoot. Love it. Yeah, okay. We're splitting the fairway probably because it's a bit shorter. It's the way those bunkers are sitting is just a little bit. Oh, that's one bunker. Okay, you gotta get really close to it to see it as well, because from here that looks like two bunkers, one just kind of mashed into the other. But even without being one bunker, the way the bunkers, they're just kind of dropped there. There's not really it looks a bit messy, and if I'm behind this tree, watch out. Okay. But you could end up in the fairway being behind that tree, which is just not... In Tiger Woods, okay, sure, but not in this game. Yeah, I would just, as an overall thing, I would say that you've got pins too close to drop-offs. And I really get a sense that you're kind of going for more the arcade feel of a game rather than, like I mentioned earlier, this is more of a simulation than a video game, in my opinion, having played it for a little while now. Yeah. I mean, on this shot here, you have no way to get near that pin at all. It's impossible. It cannot be done. I mean, if you land it right in that fringe, it's still gone. So, I don't mind when a shot's difficult. And I'm gonna, well, see, that's about as well as you can do. And I'm still, yeah, it's not a bad, it's a decent effort from that distance. But if you're gonna make the hole that long, I need a bit of room to run it up, because I don't put massive amounts of backspin on a hybrid. And now I'm gonna have to probably be a bit careful here too. Well, just so you're aware, for the person that created this course, GoMustard, was it? GoMustard, yeah. A lot of the people in the chat are experienced designers who've designed tons of really cool courses over at TGCTours and have had their courses featured in important tournaments. And I'd really highly recommend checking... Oh, I've played that poorly. I'd really recommend checking that site out. If you're interested in creating really good courses, that's your best place to get information for it, if you're not there already. Lovely. Yeah, retaining walls are tough. I'm not sure why that's there. It looks like it's there because you could. So, yeah, it's pretty clear that what I'm looking for in a game is not what you're looking for in a design, and that's fine. This is your course. Do with it as you choose. Make it how you want to make it. This is just my opinion, coming from my point of view. I mean, the environment's nice. I wouldn't mind walking around this place for 18 holes in real life, but looks like it's supposed to be an abandoned building. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're upside it again. Maybe. I'm not sure. It's just, you could have to go over it to get to a certain pin, I think. I can't remember the hole now. Okay, this is going to be interesting. So you've created 2 greens here. Okay. Oh, and I've missed the fairway again. So some days the pin's going to be here, and I guess some days it's going to be over here. A neat thing you can do in this game, I'd be careful about doing it personally, but and then it just gives the fairway a really weird look. I don't want to say what that looks like. And then again, we got a really severe false front. Oh, I don't know. Axel could be. It wouldn't surprise me. Oh, look at this. So the road I'm okay with because that thing's going somewhere, I guess. I'm not loving the tree, and the green I'm really not loving. But we'll take a blast at it. So are we gonna carry? Okay, we're over the tree. We've hit the hill, and we've come back into the bunker. Yeah, this is a bit extreme. Even though it's a drivable par 4. Oh, am I off the other side? Oh, no, I thought I would be. I'm off the green though. Really? Okay. So that pin is 2 yards from the edge apparently. Yeah. This course is a bit arcadey, which is fine. Hit the wall and go backwards. Could have done that. Okay. See if we can cut this. It looks like it. Okay. So yeah, just some design choices here that, yeah, I wouldn't. And again, we just really, well, this is a shorter shot, so, but it's because I cut the corner. If you don't, cut that corner, what are you gonna have left into this green, which is not gonna accept a whole lot. Caught that a bit fast, but I think I needed to. Okay. Not chipping any in today. I'll have to wait for Axel's course, I suppose. Oh, that was a par 5. Sorry, I didn't even notice that. Okay. Then, yeah, I take it back. Thanks, Axel. I just saw the length and figured it's a par 4 because I hit 7-iron in. Alright, so again, another pretty small green. The water back here, there's just really variable how deep your water is in places like here. It's extremely shallow, but then just behind it, it's deep. And I did notice that boat out there kind of by itself. Poor little boat has no friends. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Maddie. And sorry, I missed what Caleb said. Do you like the environment? Could use pine needle. Yeah, yeah. No, agree completely. It's kind of my thinking. Yeah, there's two. There's just two. There's just the boat out there by itself. Oh, hang on. Yeah, this green is. I mean, I can see where a good course could be created here. I can. There's some work to be done to get to that point is all. I don't think I'd want to be sitting in those stands because you're going to be taking a few off the noggin. Yeah, the green. Okay, it's a lot of the same stuff I've been saying. And then the walls are awfully close. Yeah, it's just there's a few areas where a little bit more room would have done the world of good for it. There we go. So overall, I like the environment. I agree with Caleb there. The tree lines, the pine needles and that were well done. Yeah, there's some good things about this. There's some sculpting work we need to do. The bunkering, I think we need to think about. Like you can just see the way the fairway just kind of does this all the way. So you want to learn. You're going to want to learn to do some flattening there. Some of the greens are too small, and then the slopes are extreme. A couple of fairways pinch a bit. There's a couple of holes that the design is a bit kind of iffy, but at the same time it looks like you're trying some things out. I am curious if you were kind of going more for arcade rather than real, and if you were trying to make it difficult somehow. I'm kind of curious about that. But again, if you haven't heard of TGC Tours, TGCTours.com is a great place to go check out. Proboards.tgc, or the other way around. TGC Tours Pro Boards is the forum. There's all kinds of really cool, helpful people in there that about every aspect of the game, including design. There's a lot of people in there who've designed a lot of courses for this franchise that have designed really good courses to the point where the student, like HB Studios, who creates the game, has actually included their courses as official courses in this game that were created in previous games. So a lot of good help there. I'd really encourage you to check that out. And then on YouTube, there's a guy, Crazy Canuck 1985. He's got some really good fundamental type videos with bunker sculpting and fairway sculpting and things along those lines, transitions and that kind of jazz. And then B101 TGC, he's got a lot of kind of more, after you've got the fundamentals, things like strategy and pot bunkers, and then just kind of, I don't want to say more advanced, but I guess that's what I'm thinking. So I would encourage you to check those out too. But you know what? Good effort. It was fun to play.